Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to a special video of the Mondo 1/6 scale Skeletor from He-Man Master of the Universe. Uh, and this is something different from me. I don't think I've done any 1/6 scale stuff in a very long time. So occasionally I like to surprise you guys here and there. So here we go with this one. This is brought to you by my friends over at Diamond. Special thank to Eric. You know who you are, buddy. And I'm going to take some dope pictures for you, I promise. At least the dopest that I can take. Anyway, let's jump into this review. Let's get started. This is actually a really nice piece. Considering I don't really review 1/6 scale stuff, and I don't really own too much He-Man stuff, I'm a very casual He-Man fan. I gotta say, getting in his hand, it's really nice. It's one of those things where I didn't expect it to be as cool as it is. It was one of the things I was expecting cheesy 70s and 80s He-Man, but because I grew up definitely with the 2002 one. So this is really cool to have, and it actually has a really great look to it. Now, articulation wise, his head can move up, can move down, can tilt left and right, has a little wobbly sense to it. It seems loose, but it's actually really snug on there, which is very nice. The jawbone can open up. I'm Skeletor. All that good stuff. But I only think about it that way because the jaw is a little crooked, but you can fix that. But I enjoy it being a little crooked. Like, it's just cool to see Skeletor like this. Only thing I wish for the head sculpt wise, I wish that the eyes actually glowed. But that I know for a fact I may be asking for too much there, but whatever. Anyway, we're going to jump into this muscle design because this is crazy because He-Man wise, these muscles are really accurate to the He-Man look. I mean, I know these guys were always pumped up with muscle, and Skeletor definitely has the look going on. As you can see, it has this single jointed flex, right? Arms can not come all the way down because his quads and triceps and biceps are just all too much. But it does have bicep swivel, the single joint rotating, and the hand rotate on a ball joint, which is very nice because they gave every hand joint actually extra ball joints, which I thought was really cool. So you don't have to worry about it coming in or coming out. It's always there, and it's really cool. Then we have this crazy upper torso, well, not an ab crunch, but this upper torso swivel, which is pretty much invisible. So if you didn't like pay attention because the armor would be in the way, you almost wouldn't notice that it was there. There's also a lower bicep swivel. So you have it in two spots, but as you can see, I've wiggled it out by being really extra like I always am. So we're gonna plug that back in. But it's really nice to have these kind of features and be really cool. These armor plating are soft. So any of the articulation that you try to do or will do with this character, it's all soft and won't break or rip, or you have to worry about it messing up. And that's kind of the stuff I enjoy. The belt area is movable as well. This is all soft plastic. The leg can come up only about this far. Could go out only about this far. It's a little disappointing, but with larger scale like this, you actually sacrifice articulation for most of the time. You sacrifice it for the look and aesthetic, which is something I've noticed with larger scale stuff. You get the accurate look, or a sort of accurate look, or in this kind, this one is a little bit more stylized. But the Skeletor is actually pretty nice. It's something about it, and maybe it's because I'm casual and I don't really have too much of these. That could be what it is. But I'm actually genuinely excited for this. You get a little bit of wiggle room here, and you get a little bit of wiggle room down here for a swivel. The ankle pivot is actually pretty sturdy and tough, which is really good. There is no toe bend, so you have to be careful with these pointy feet of his. But let's say you got him in a very nice walking stance. You get to balance him out, make him look cool. He actually looks really great just posed up and walking. It looks really good. It looks really menacing and terrifying. These are kind of things that I really enjoy with this kind of stuff. But let's jump into the accessories. Now, I have the normal version. I know there's one with some special stuff. I don't have that one, in case anyone asks. We have these open palm cool magic hands. And the reason why I call them magic hands because Skeletor is more related to magic. And, you know, having his magic staff, which we'll get into too. And I like these magic hands. It makes it look like he's doing creepy magic stuff. And I like this. Or plotting against you. Then you have hands for holding either your axe, your sword, or your battle staff. These are all these things. Or magic staff in this case, sorry. But there's these hands. You see the closed fist that we have already. Then we have this classic sort of reminiscing head, which makes you feel like you have a classic Skeletor look. And I love that no matter which way you look, it almost looks like the eyes are following you. So I just love this look. And I'm hoping I can get some cool shots out of this because that's actually a really fun feature to have. You also get relay, from He-Man special. I'm not sure if I've ever seen Relay out of that He-Man special. It's pretty cool. Relay is not articulated at all. It's a static figure. So it kind of just sits there and looks cool, right? So we got Relay in the background. Next up, we get his regular old sword. This is a regular normal sword that Skeletor would have. And then we get the power sword, the one half that Skeletor pretty much stole, that I know of from lore. I could be wrong because there's several different versions, right? On the bottom, we have this little, I don't even know what to call that, but it's there. It's actually a very nice addition as well. There's also a sheath for the power sword, and the sheath can actually go on the back of Skeletor. Now, this may be a little tricky for me, maybe not for the rest of you guys, but these actually swivel side to side to allow for a better connection. So when you want these to lock on, you can actually just fold those in to these tabs on the back of his thing, and they'll stay sturdy. They'll stay on top. You can also rotate them a little so that way you can actually have a better look for it. So again, posing wise or standing straight up and just looking really cool, this Skeletor has a lot to offer in this cool menacing look. But it's just one of those things where articulation wise, you're not going to get too much craziness out of him like action poses. You know what I mean? This is the more terrifying, the cool, the crazy, right? Then we have the battle staff. Oh, sorry. This one is the battle axe. I was about to say battle staff. It's actually a magic staff, and this one is the battle axe. There's a nice little globe on the top, so if you want to get some cool effects out of this by maybe repainting it clear or doing whatever cool things customizers do, and it's even weathered a little, so I like this. It's a very nice look, right? Then now, this is actually pretty heavy too. This is his magic staff. I'm going to move him back here, so I actually move this back and you guys can see what's going on. This staff is actually really nice, and it has crazy weight to it at the top, so it is very top heavy. So when posing this up, if you're not going to do the standard standing straight up, what I highly suggest is you point the heavy point towards him while keeping the rest of them counterbalanced with the rest of the body, because this is very, very, very top heavy, and it's really nice too. As you can see, it's pretty much solid. They didn't hollow anything out there. Last but not least, one of the coolest features on him that I very much enjoy. I'm going to take this off. They gave him the cape, and I really do love this cape on him. And all the pictures show the cape sitting at the neck all the way back here. But whenever I do it, I actually place it a little lower. Right? I place it a little lower. I place the head on. This is just me and my combination for it. I could be wrong, could be right. It doesn't matter. It's how I display it. But I place it a little lower, make it look a little cool. Or I bunch it, right? To go right under. And I do a little drone. So I fold the arm up. Make it look really cool. So now we have a lot of cool things that we can do with this cape, but it is not wired. It's just a very nice cloak that you can actually use. You can tuck it in. This actually usually comes folded up, but you can tuck it outward to make it look like, you know, you can use both ends too, because it's purple on the outside, black on the end. You can swap it up, make it look cool, do some different things. But the black and the purple work really well here, right? So that's pretty much all Skeletor comes with. And now we get to the size comparison. So we're going to size compare the Mondo Skeletor with some other 1/6 scale stuff. See how it comes, see how it looks, how it stacks up to other stuff. Since I don't have any other Masters of the Universe stuff, and this is actually my very first 1/6 scale Master of the Universe, we're actually going to compare him to some other Hot Toys. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to leave him here, and I'm actually going to pull back a little bit so you guys can see what it looks like next to some other Hot Toys. Right? Let's travel down a little bit, center this up. Right? All right. Here he is next to the Hot Toys PS4 Spider-Man. Right? That's how he looks next to him. He's actually a little bit smaller than the PS4 Spider-Man, standing straight up. Here he is next to the Hot Toys War Machine from Infinity War. And as you can see, War Machine probably has height over both of these guys very easily. And then we're going to take Spider-Man out, compare it to one more Hot Toy, because these are all the ones that I had out currently on display, is Black Panther. As you can see, even Black Panther has a little bit of height on Skeletor. So Skeletor is technically a little bit on the smaller side, or maybe, you know, the Mondo scale for 1/6 is a little different. I can't really be the judge of character on this one, but you do see where he places next to sideshow stuff. Well, sorry, hot toy stuff, so you guys can see what's going on. In the meantime, guys, hope you enjoyed. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you found it informative. Most of all, hope you guys do good, be good, drink your water. Later, guys. Enjoy.